Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade, and this is Editing Spacey hopping in to overdub the very beginning of this because the audio got fucked up, and in a little bit, couple seconds actually, you're going to see that the video gets a little fucked up too. So I'm going to do the best I can to try to read and edit and put everything together so that it makes sense. So it's going to be a little janky for like the next 10 to 20 seconds. So bear with me as I'm doing the best I can. The next morning, you must be exhausted after all that work you put in last night. You can rest your head on my lap if you'd like.
Spacey, come here. I've gathered the softest cushions in the house. Why don't you sit by me and rest for a moment?
Hey, guys, Tyga's back! A moment after Nayuta's announcement, the man himself walked into the living room. What? Don't tell me y'all waited here just for me. Yeah, Shion's got cushies, like nice cushions for you, and Ichiya said you can put your head in his lap. What? Is your ego so big that you seriously think we'd bother? Now, how did it go? They absolutely adore them. I'm under orders to give lots of thanks to Big Sis Spacey. I resolutely ignored the sudden urge to jump for joy. Oh, that's wonderful to hear. What? Is that a blush I see? No! Hey! Huh. Isn't me or the two of them on much friendlier terms than before. Okay, now they're sharing the brain cell because they just finished each other's sandwiches. What? As F? Excuse me, I think that's my line. Hey, whoa, I grabbed it first, babe. And so the gambling debt drama caused by a misinterpreted phone call came to a happy conclusion. I totally could have read that in the last part. But we were already a little over time, but... Yeah, okay, so we do have a little after-y story. Oh, we have a Whis message. I'm sure we have to read that first, so let's go. Yes. Whis! Oh, wait, we hit Y for the Whis messages. Passing it along. Yeah. And I forgot to bring it up earlier, but the kids gave me a message. They said they want to thank you in person, so you should come visit. They're really looking forward to seeing you. Give it some thought. They are? Yeah, okay, there's no choices here. Yep, I hipped you up to the moon. I said you're the prettiest girl in existence. What? Hope I didn't set the hurdle too high. Excuse me? It's not like I was lying, though. Doing the blushy blush thing again? Face gone beet red? Heart pitter-pattering like little mouse feets? No, and definitely not. Huh. I owe you for this. Big time. Thanks. I appreciated it. You're welcome. I like how he's like, I told him you were the prettiest girl. I wasn't really lying. Taiga, what? Wow, that's your die. What? Oh, bored is why. I was like, I don't want to go to Rabby because we're not supposed to read that one. I'm assuming we do this one? Okay. Yes. No peeking. Confused by his uncharacteristic actions, Taiga retreats to his room and runs into an ambush. Play this event. Yes! Around 2 a.m. Ugh, God. So tired. The last of the bibs was finally sewn. Even my exhausted body off the couch, I dragged myself towards my room. I'm assuming we're Taiga in his person, so. Babe, the MVP of the night, had already disappeared up the stairs. I owe her big time for this. I have to find some way to pay her back. I didn't like owing people favors. And owing her a favor only made things that much more awkward. But there's no denying she saved my butt. Not only that, I had to admit the sight of her huffing and fuming while her hands worked magic with a needle was something else. I had a hard time tearing my eyes away. That's not really like me. Oh my god, he's blushing. His little sprite is blushing. That's adorable. Stop. I love it when they blush. It's so cute. Anyway. I love that CG too. His little awkward face is so cute. It's gone. Anyway. Great. Just remembering what I did is seriously embarrassing. Like, really. She's 6 years younger than me. What was I thinking? How am I supposed to look her in the face tomorrow? Like, Taiga's like, she's 6 years younger than me. And Ichiyo's over there like, 10 years, not a big deal. She's still in high school. I'm almost 30. Whatevs. Like, I'm just saying, Ichiya's got some serious fucking issues. I mean, you all do. And you're all trying to date a 17-year-old. Anyway, let's not talk about that because it's gross. No, I figure she's probably in the same boat. I doubt she has much experience with that kind of thing. Even if we were like 20, what are we, 6 years younger than me? He's like 26. Okay, but like, can we just pretend? Because the 17 and... Even though the 20 and 30 thing is still fucking awkward. Like, you're kind of adults, but still a 20-year-old is and a 30-year-old... The older you get, the less age differences make a difference. 40 and 50, you're basically fucking the same. 20 and 30, oh my god, it's like decades difference. It really is. It's just the stage you are in your life. Not to say that someone who's 20 can't have their life together better than, like, someone who's 40. I'm gonna say there's people probably half my age that have their life together more than I do. But, like, you know what I mean? That's a rare thing. It's not the standard, so... And, like, But, again, Ichiya, you're, like, 26 years old. Trying to date a... That's just awkward. Every single one of them. Is Nayuta, like, 20? I thought he wasn't that much older, but even still, you're like... No. If you're, like, 18, okay, fine, because it's a year difference, but you'd still be like, but I'm, like, an adult, and they're, like, in high school. But you'd pause for, like, half a second and then go, I mean, it's a year difference, it's not that big of a deal. But, like, you know, anyway, let's not talk about it, because it creeps me out. Anyway. Ah, well, I guess I should be thankful that none of the others caught sight of what I did. Ha! He's coming! Everyone hide! Nayuta, not so loud.
I'd say the same for you, Ichiya.
Over here! Over here! The look on Taiga's face, I know it's a standard sprite look, but, like, right now, it's just... Oh, fuck.
What?
What are you three up to?
And we were watching you, obviously.
Oh, you knew when it was like, oh, there's a surprise in his room, and he's like, thank God they didn't see it. I'm like, they saw it, didn't they? Yes, they did.
Shion! Why did you have to blab like that? Because I thought it'd be funny. I was correct. Look at the expression on his face.
Oh, my bone structure is quite fragile. If you're going to hit someone, could you wail on Nayuta like usual? I'd appreciate that. I'm not gonna smack anybody. God, why the hell were you spying on me, though? What do you mean, why? Because you're our rival. I'll admit you have a leg up on the rest of us at the moment, but this competition has only just begun. I'll catch up before you can blink, like you did in the fucking racing game. None of you have a leg to stand on, because the only person who's gonna win my heart is Kasuga. Thank you. I know we have to go down your routes first, but in the end, the payoff better be I get to date my fucking butler! Well, I was in the lead to begin with, so I guess it's more accurate to say we're just neck and neck.
Taiga, that was no fair! I'm gonna go ask if I can dish out hugs too!
What? Are you stupid? Don't you dare!
So that's the way you do things, For all your feigned disinterest, that was a smooth move.
You have the wrong idea! Ugh, damn it. This is a complication I don't need. I'm gonna go ask her! You can't stop me! What? You're going to her room? I'll come with you! Quit being dumb, both of you! She went to bed, don't wake her up! Ow! You said you weren't gonna smack anyone! I told you I'm not built for physical abuse! Quit whining and go to bed, you numbskulls!
I think I'll do just that, thank you. Good night, Taiga.
Yeah, night. I headed to my room, ignoring the two dimwits who clutched their heads, moaning.
Shion's like, with them out, I'll go to her room.
That hurt my throat. I'm sorry. This is seriously out of character for me. I sounded so pathetic I couldn't help but chuckle. Hell with it. I can work out the details later. For now, sleep. My jaw cracked with a huge yawn. Oh, don't make me read the word. I can't even read the word yawn. Because it makes me think of yawning, and then I yawn. I flopped into bed and didn't stir until the morning. The end? Yep, the end. No peeking! Tyga's board, clear! Boop! Ichi's board is next, and this is going to be fun. But I'm assuming... Okay, Samugi's plan for the future. And then what is love? Ooh! I secretly go to meet with Kazu again, which I swear to God is like Ichi's fucking brother or some shit. Okay, but game, you can't make them look like that. You can't make Kazu like fucking I mean, it's one thing to be like, they have the same color hair, but their eyes are different. They have the same color hair and eyes. Stop it. And he's just a mystery guy that they're related. But it's weird that if they are, there hasn't been other like relatives for other route. You know what I mean? Or that Ichi's relative would show up in the main board, but no one else's. Because this is it, right? I mean, we just have these... We've already read this. We only have, like, 4 stories... Because we can't read this one. We only have 5 little stories to read, so... Anyway, Taiga level board cleared. Switchboard automatically goes back to common. And we go to Samugi's plan for the future. Okay. Okay. When I ask Samugi about her fiancé, she starts talking about her life philosophy. Play this event. Yes, according to the guide, yes we do. I open the classroom door in the morning as usual, but today the students were oddly noisy. Oh my gosh, did you hear what happened?
Yeah, do you think she'll be okay running away from home?
Running away?
She's upset over being...
A student had been engagement by her parents. Ran away. In homeroom, our teacher strongly urged us to tell her if we... Oh. Okay, then we maybe... Because they would have specified fiance in the little thing, so then I'm assuming this prompts a conversation with her about, so what about your fiance? Like, what are we living in the 1800s? Why are we still forced engagement? What the fuck? To be honest, we're kind of in the same boat. Our grandfather's forcing us to live with 4 train wrecks, trying to pick one, and like, can I marry my... Say, ladies, the shortage of stories about someone they love. I want us to take off. Oh, I need this. When he's like, the prominent family. It wasn't anything special. It was the same for all the other girls at the school. Yeah, except for... She's like, but for me, right now, your grandfather has you set up with trash. So it is a little different. They actually have high-profile, decent men, and you're dating trash. But, I will give us credit. We may actually have literal trash as boyfriend potentials over here, but they seem actually interested in us. Whereas these other girls, oh, yes, oh, I'll definitely take Buffy. Well, he's fucking some whores on the side and gives no shit and treats her like garbage. Our trash boyfriends might actually treat us well for the trash that they are. I'm just saying. They're recyclables, right? They're like, we can like upcycle them into something useful. Meanwhile, you have something that looks really nice but is actual fucking garbage. So I guess our trash is not as bad as their treasures, okay? Because they're over there. Look at my beautiful fiance that I'm forced to marry him, but at least he's gorgeous. Yeah, but he's actual trash. We just... Look, we got scraps, but we can polish them up. Okay, I'm just saying. You can't polish that turd. Apparently you can. It's coated in gold, but it's still a big pile of shit. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, but for me right now, thinking about my life with the boys in the vacation home brought up some complex feelings. Like, it could be worse. It could be better. We could be allowed to date our butler. But, like, it could be worse. There's always an upside.
Look out the window, Spacey. It's such a beautiful day. Perfect for an outdoor photo shoot. The photoreflectors work wonders with this much sunshine. Spacey, what's the matter? You seem in low spirits.
I'm just thinking about that girl who ran away and, like, wishing I could do that.
Oh, and that.
The tone in Samugi's voice turned ice cold.
Perhaps her parents didn't do it the right way. It sure did reveal her lack of determination.
You think so?
I mean, don't you? Running away from home is such a cowardly way to rebel.
You just dress up in goth Lolita. Beat them with your umbrella.
Nothing. We'll find her eventually, and it'll cause problems for both families. Such a waste of time.
Not if you have a really smart butler that you ran away with. I'm just saying! If we ran away, no one would find us, because I bet Kasuga knows how to cover our tracks, because he knows everything. He's like, oh, I also put a fuck ton of money in a secret bank account your grandpa doesn't know about. Like, I've been funneling money for us to run away for years! High five, Kasuga, you're on my side. I love this. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I was speechless after hearing a ruthless evaluation. But, like, we're talking about running away, so, like, I wonder, is that going to come up? Is this just, like, to talk about Samugi's... Oh, so we're like, we're going to run away with Kasuga. I'm just... Look, I'm never going to get off this train. This is what I need. Samugi was always so composed and objective in the way she looked at things. I just want you to remember this point in time, like this all the game, the entire game where I'm like, we're gonna run away with Kasuga, right? Yeah! And I just have such high hopes and I feel so good about everything. And then we get to the end of the game and I'm like, where the fuck is my Kasuga route and why can't I run away with my butler? What the fuck? And then it ruins everything and I just embrace the now where we're happy and excited and we love the game until we get to the end where I'm like, I hate this game, I'm gonna burn it! Because I'm mad because I can't have Kasuga. I'm just saying. Because I will riot. I would flip some shit. I will throw the game case across the fucking room. Okay? I can't throw the game because it's in my Switch, and I'm not going to throw my Switch across the room. But I will take this game case and I will huck it across my goddamn loft. If I don't get to marry my butler at the end of this. Somebody remind me to do that when I don't get to marry my butler. I'm just saying. Because I'll forget. But I'll be mad. Anyway. Samugi was always so composed and objective in the way she looked at things. I knew that, but hearing her respond so harshly made me realize just how differently we felt about the situation. That reminds me, Samugi also has a fiancé that her parents chose for her, doesn't she? I wonder if she has any thoughts about that. Maybe she's like also like, yeah, so you shouldn't complain that you have 4 kind of sort of trash husbands because I forced one guy. You could pick at least.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's eat our lunch before it gets cold. Oh, by the way, you know my outfit the other day?
As I listened to Samugi talk about her hobbies, I couldn't help but notice my pent-up emotions. After school that day, I couldn't shake off my mixed feelings about everything, so I invited Samugi to take a walk with me. I just told her I wanted to talk, but Samugi smiled at me as we strolled along like she knew what it was about.
Do you want to run away together with me, Spacey? It'll be wonderful.
Or maybe a little bit. If Kasuga wasn't in the game, Samugi, I would 100% be on board with running away with you. But Kasuga's in the game, so like, if I'm going to run away with anyone, it's going to be him. But close second. Close second, Samugi. Anyway.
The wind's a little strong, but the weather's still really nice. It feels great.
Yeah. We walked to the park, but I couldn't find the right words. I didn't know how to broach the topic, so Samugi smiled gently as if to say there was nothing for it.
Spacey, are you worried about the girl who ran away?
Not really. It's just... Samugi, you have a fiancé as well, don't you? One that your parents chose.
So that's what was on your mind. I guess it's true we haven't talked about this in any sort of detail.
She smiled kindly at me and began to speak in a reminiscent tone. Ugh!
I was 15 years old when I officially got engaged.
This is wrong! Samugi's father was the headmaster of an Ikebana school, and her fiancé was her father's apprentice. He was apparently a whole generation older than her. That's disgusting! Gross! He's like at least 30! Stop it! Maybe he's not. Maybe by generation it's like, he's like 22, but still. You were like, oh, are you gonna have my 15-year-old daughter? What kind of fucking okay, well, it's gross. Gross. Someone should cane your father for being so disgusting he'd try to marry off his 15-year-old daughter to someone that's like twice her age. Ugh! It's nasty. Stop it. And then people like fucking be, oh, women out there wearing makeup being whores growing up before their time. Really? It's because you're selling your daughters off at 10. It's disgusting. Stop. Like, if a girl is 15 and wants to fucking wear a lot of makeup and wear a short skirt, like, all right, that's her choice. This is not her choice to be married to a 30-year-old. It's gross. Stop it. Ugh. Anyway. Whoa. Like, a whole generation means he's old enough to be your father. I'm just saying. Like, this is not like,
oh, okay, you're on the cusp. Are you a Zoomer? Are you a millennial? You're like 2-year difference.
like, that's not, we're not talking about that generation kind of gap. We're talking about, like, literal, like, could almost be her daddy. Gross. His family was not so bad, and he was regarded as one of the most promising students. Still, though, he's probably like 30. I mean, it's probably almost as bad as us and Ichiya, so that's still... At 15? Was someone a generation older? That's quite a decision. That's quite a disgusting decision. Ah, nearly gross! Gross! Stop it! God, I hate that. Okay, I love this game, but I hate this. This is the aspect that's disgusting.
To be honest, to a 15-year-old like me, he looked very adult at nearly 30 years old. Both in the good and bad way. But the engagement was decided a long time ago. And they were just waiting for me to finish my compulsory education. So when I turned 15, we officially got engaged.
How disgusting do you have to be too? Okay, first of all, you're a parent, and you don't think it's disgusting to marry your 15-year-old off to a 30-year-old? I mean, I get there was a time and a place where that was what was done, but there was somebody... okay, there was also a time and a place where men thought your uterus was gonna fall out if you got on a train. And you don't think women at that time were like, well, that's the dumbest fucking shit. Why do we let them run shit? Can we kill them all? Do we really need them? I think we should just kill them. I don't understand why women didn't, but I'm just saying. Okay? Men are fucking dumb. Well, your uterus will fall out if you get on a train. It goes too fast. Not how that works. And you know... there's just women over there like, we can't say anything because, like, we're just cattle, but, like, okay. So you don't think at this point in time, even when it was like, yes, let's marry our 12-year-old daughter off to the 42-year-old man over here, that there were not women being like, this is fucking disgusting and bullshit, and I want to stab you so hard. Seriously, the strength these women had to not stab these motherfuckers, I feel like if women had done a lot more stabbing, we wouldn't have some of the problems that we have. I'm just saying. But, like, this is modern day. No, that's cool. Let's marry our 15-year-old to this 30-year-old. One, you have to be disgusting to think that that's acceptable. To your 15-year-old daughter off to a man old enough to be her dad. I mean, he's only 15 years older than her, but still. You could still have procreated. I mean, I'm just saying. But, like, but to also, not even that, to be the 30-year-old man and they're like, hey, you want to marry my daughter? She's only 15. Sounds like a plan, bruh. To want to be... Ew. What is wrong with men? Why are you so disgusting and creepy? Like, seriously. There are not a lot of 30-year-old women out there who are like, oh yeah, that 15-year-old boy is fine. Like, they're like, ew, like, he can't even grow a mustache. Not, mustaches are kind of creepy, but, like, you can't even grow, like, facial hair. What the fuck? Yes, I know that there are some, like, school teachers who are boning their teenage students, and that's gross, okay? And we're not talking about Riverdale where everybody's, like, 30 playing 15-year-olds, okay? That's a whole different fucking story. Or we play these games and we're like,
oh my god, he's so cute, I love him.
He's like, at least in this... we don't look that much different than Ichiya, okay? Ichiya and Naruto don't look that much different. The way you're watching an anime, a 17-year-old looks like a 30-year-old. So they're gonna show her 30-year-old freaking boyfriend, and it's gonna be like Ichiya, and you're like, I mean, he doesn't look that much older than us. It's a 10-year... it doesn't... you know what I mean? Well, once you hit 40 in the games, and they draw you old and wrinkled, and, like, you're basically dead. And, like, that's different, but, like, in the real world... I'm not like, even TV. 15-year-olds on TV are basically played by 25-year-olds. So they look like 25-year-olds. I'm sorry. Again, let's talk about Riverdale. Nobody has abs like that in high school, Archie. Jesus. Fuck that shit. What is wrong with you? Also, The fact that they have 15-year-olds like boning like 30-year-olds like with all their sexy lingerie, that's not even close to real. Stop it. But like, you know what I mean? Real, actual like 15-year-olds do not look sexy. You're like, oh, look at you, you're cute, I want to pinch your cheeks, you want some candy? And you're like, oh, you're a teenager. Whatever, you look 12. You look like a baby. Okay? I don't understand the adults who look at 15-year-olds and like, yeah, I want to hit that. That's so gross. Oh, like TV shows, movies, animation. That's all separate because like they make everybody look the same. You're 15, like, but it's like The Sims. Teenager, adult, looks basically the same. You know, reality? No, that's so gross. Okay, let's not talk about it anymore. This game makes me sad. This game makes me so happy. I love it so much until we get to this where she's like, I'm gonna marry a man who's like 40. Gross. Ugh. Oh my god. Could have kids your age. It's disgusting. Anyway. 15. I mean, we're like 17. They're like, you're a step away from being 18. We're gonna sell you off. It's still creepy, but like 15. This is something so much more wrong about that. You weren't against this, right? We're intelligent. We're like, this is gross. This is gross, right? Yeah? Yeah? I couldn't help but be blunt after hearing her speak so matter-of-factly about it. It kind of takes away the, like, where you're like, let's just pretend we're in college and we're like 20. And then it's not, and the game's like blatantly like, did you want to think that? Samugi was 15 when she got engaged! Smacks you in the face with its gloves, so you have to go out and have a duel with pistols at sunrise. Goddamn game. Samugi just smiled brightly like she always did. She's dying on the inside.
To answer your question, I wasn't particularly resistant to the idea. What was most important to me were my own priorities.
Your priorities?
I'm happy to take over the family business. I like flower arranging, preserving traditions, and helping my family thrive. Besides, I'm proud of the fact that I'm perfectly suited to become the next headmaster, both in terms of talent and business acumen.
She's totally right. I mean, for Samugi, them marrying her off in a way is a little bit different. It's still gross, but it's like, here's your husband. And you're like, I'm in charge. And he's like, yes, ma'am. No. And that's, I can get behind her on that. She's like, it doesn't matter if he's older than me. I will beat him down. I'm in charge. Because she is. It's not like, yes, Samugi, well, you have to just be a good wife to him. It's like, she's going to be the headmistress. She's the one running the business. So it's not like, oh, okay, my dad's selling me off for a cow. It's like, they're finding someone suitable to basically be your arm candy. And I kind of feel like if a man tried with Samugi to man up on her, she would beat them fucking down and be like, I'm in charge. I wear the pants, and you'll put on that frilly dress because I told you to. All right, we're going out now. Have him on a leash. I'm just saying, I absolutely believe she would fucking do that. We do not have the balls she has. I'm envious of her balls, okay? Because, like, that's what we need to do. I am the head of this fucking household, and you will do— I mean, Naruto would absolutely do whatever we fucking say. Taiga, we'd have to fight. Shion is just there to look pretty, so, again, he would put the collar on himself. Well, Naruto also would, because he's a dog. And then— well, no, actually, I think Taiga's the only one that would kind of fight us for dominance. The rest of them would just roll the fuck over if we told them to. We just don't know we have that power. She hasn't accepted it. You haven't accepted you have the power over these bitches. Girl, lay the smack down. They are just waiting for it. They're all just waiting for you to command them, which is kind of nice. We just need to, like, grab Samugi's balls and, borrow them for the day and tell these bitches what to do. Again, Taiga's the one that would fight us. So it's going to take a while to beat that one down. But, I'm just saying. Still gross, though. Anyway.
I loved our business from a very young age. So by the time I was in the later years of elementary school, I decided I would succeed the family business.
And most elementary school kids are like, I can't wait to go home and play. And she's like, I will fucking rule this shit. I just want to see fucking sassy business Samugi baby. Like when she was in elementary school.
However, there was something else that was very important to me. My hobbies.
Her hobbies. In other words, her otaku stuff. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that girl! I was surprised that she knew exactly what she wanted in elementary school. I must have looked it too, because Samuki giggled at me.
Both the family business and my otaku activities were important to me. I didn't want to give up either of them. So I thought long and hard about what I could do to have both. And I knew that engagement was the only way.
Why? As I racked my brains, Samuki halfway closed her eyes, as if she was remembering the past.
First, I decided I should move to Tokyo so I could enjoy my hobbies. However, I'm also the daughter of the headmaster at an Ikebana school. There was no way my parents would let me live on my own, let alone move to Tokyo.
But you are living on your own now, aren't you?
I put a lot of consideration into how I could convince my parents, and so I presented them with a plan for me to take over the business. I was only 8 at the time, so of course it was in colored pencil.
A plan?
My wish was to spend 6 years in Tokyo, from middle school through high school, and if they allowed me to do that, then...
Samugi's plan could be summarized as follows. If Samugi's parents accepted the plan, then she must adhere to the following rules. 1. She would take care of the family business during the long summer and winter breaks. Of course, she would also prioritize it at any other time. 2. She would never miss her flower arranging lessons, even while living on her own. 3. She would marry whoever her parents decided, and she could not refuse. 4. After graduating from high school, she would return to Kyoto and put her family first, and she'd go to a university close enough to commute.
Of course, things didn't go so well when I initially presented the plan. But I persisted, and after much persuasion, I managed to get them to agree.
She's got way too much enthusiasm.
After that, it didn't take long for them to decide on my fiancé, since my parents had already been eyeing him. I've known my fiancé since I was little, and he seemed amenable to the idea of becoming the next headmaster's husband. And thanks to my choice back then, I can do what I enjoy as much as I want now. And in the future, I'll have a job I like, too. I'm very satisfied.
Wow. Samugi was so impressive in elementary school. I mean, literally, she was like 8. What were you doing? Like, trying, like, not to eat crayons? I don't know. Like, I just can't imagine. I can't even imagine coming up with shit like this now as an adult. I'm like, damn, I'm impressed. Elementary school. Like, shit. Like, they were like, you know, her parents were impressed when she brought it up. She's like, they weren't initially receptive. Oh, they were. They were like, let's pretend we're not, though, because, like, what? If we let her know that she's got the upper hand, she'll murder us all and take over now. She's too powerful to be left unattended. Like, Jesus. Samugi's gotta be one of the greatest characters fucking ever. Like, Again, if Kasuga weren't in this game, Samugi, I was really gonna be like, I kind of want to run away, but this Kasuga exists, so it's hard. It's really hard, but like, damn. How could such a young girl make a life plan like that? She even convinced her parents to agree, too. I wonder, though, even, because she's so motherfucking smart, writing it out on her fucking crayons on the back of a coloring book page, like, you know, like, on her fucking Hello Kitty note paper. With her pink glittery pens that smelled like cherries. Like, was she smart enough at the time to be like, I already knew this guy, and he was already like my father's best pupil, and I was like, they're probably gonna pick him to be my husband if I give him the option, and sure. So like, she wrote this like already kind of knowing where it was gonna go. She's like, they'll probably pick him. I think it's a safe bet, so I feel okay with saying they can choose anyone, because, like, sure. If I were going to pick my husband, would I pick him? I don't know, I'm 8. But, like, if my parents are going to pick someone, he seems alright, I guess. You know. This 20-year-old seems fine. Ugh, gross. Anyway. So what's your fiancé like? Is he nice?
Yes, very much so. Well, I guess that's in large part because I'm the headmaster's daughter. He doesn't sweat the small stuff, but he's a bit of an otaku when it comes to Ikebana. It's like night and day.
2 peas in a pod.
I always thought of him like an older brother, so I feel comfortable around him. He's alright looking. Well, the fact that he looks good in a kimono is a big plus.
Samugi brought up one detail after another about her fiancé. I then tentatively broached the next question. Do you love him, Samugi? I stared at her intently and she gave me an easy smile. She's like, no, that's why I'm so invested in your fucking romance.
I have a little trouble saying the word love. If I had to describe it, I think of him more as a business partner than anything else.
I mean, marriage kind of is a business arrangement if you think about it. A business partner?
And that's right. We made a deal between the two of us. I gave him some conditions when we got engaged.
The conditions were just as strict as the ones that allowed her to come to Tokyo. I like how she's like, my parents can pick anyone, I can't say no, but he will have motherfucking conditions, and he will accept them. At 15, by the way, she did this. 1, he would marry into the family and support Tsumugi as she became the next headmaster. 2, he would spare no effort in helping the family business flourish, which I'm sure if he is totally he's an otaku for floral arranging, he's okay with this. 3, he could have extramarital affairs, but he must not have children outside of marriage. Wow, okay. 4, he'd not deny Tsumugi her otaku hobbies.
As long as he abides by those rules, he can take the position of headmaster's husband, and he'll be able to devote himself to his beloved Ikebana. Quite the mutually beneficial agreement, no? He truly listened to everything I said, and he agreed to all of it too.
So you really are happy?
Yes, at this point it's not a heated romance. More like a mutually advantageous partnership, you know?
I kind of want to play the spin-off of this with Tsumugi. Where, like, we actually fall in love with him. Because, you're like, like the one route, you're like, he's having his extramarital affairs, and then you're having an affair with your butler? Can we have a fucking hot butler? Or then there's, like, some other guy that's into otaku stuff that you have an affair, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, the main route is, like, you actually find that you're totally in love with your husband, even though you've had affairs with these people on the side. And, like, no, the main route would be we fall in love with our butler and, like, we're married, but we have this butler on the side. Because that's just real. I just want the fucking butler romance, all right? What is so wrong with It's like a fetish you didn't know you had. Like, where did this come from? I don't know. You shouldn't have put Kasuga in this game. I'm pretty sure I've wanted, like, a hot butler dating game, and, like, we have games about everything. Where are the butler ones? They've got to exist. Someone translate 6 of them for me. God. We've played the My Butler game. Did we play My Butler? I'm pretty sure we did. But, like, that was terrible. That game was god-awful. All right, it was bad. I want a good one. Okay? I want one like this where it's just amazing. Just let me date Kasuga and I might be satisfied for a long period of time. Because I don't know if any other butler's going to live up to Kasuga, okay? Because we can't play, like, Black Butler the game. And if we did, that would be a little weird. Because, again, I'm just saying. Unless we're a character and we get to date the Black Butler characters. But we're not CL. Okay, because that'd be gross. Again, I have age issues! Don't stop! Anyway.
But my 2D husbandos are good enough for me. And my fiancé is having fun in Kyoto.
I agree with Tsumugi. My 2D husbands are perfect. That's all I need in my life. As long as one of them is fucking Kasuga! Okay.
In my head, it is. Tsumugi spoke with a bright smile. Her tone of voice said that his business was his own. Puzzled by her smile, I quietly asked her another question. Is that okay? You're supposed to spend the rest of your life with him. Are you really okay with that, Tsumugi? She's telling us that whichever one of these guys we marry, we get to have Kasuga on the side, and I'm okay with this. I strained to get the words out, and she looked at me with the kindest smile. It's what makes me happy. Happy? Love and marriage aren't what makes everyone happy. For me, living my life the way I want to is what makes me happy. And therefore I have no complaints or regrets with him being my partner in marriage. Tsumugi looked very mature when she said that. She figured out what she wanted to do from a very young age and acted on it. And I think that's important. I like that they have her in this game. Like, getting married and having babies isn't important for everyone. Because it's true. You don't have to get married and have babies just because you have a fucking uterus. I'm just saying. Okay? And we need to stop being like, when are you gonna have babies? Never! Sandra, fucking never. Not what? You don't like it? No. Oh, here, hold my baby. Get the fucking thing away from me. Not everybody likes babies, okay? Just because you want babies doesn't mean everybody else wants babies. Okay? Just because you like dogs doesn't mean everybody likes dogs. Just because I like birds doesn't mean everybody wants my fucking bird near them, but if you walk into this house, he will be all up in your shit. So, like, that's your choice, man. I'm just saying,
So good for Samugi! Not being like, I guess I have to get married and have babies and I hate it. She's probably still gonna have kids, but you know. She made all of her decisions of her own volition, and she's been able to achieve happiness. You're really amazing, Samugi. I always feel so lost. Even when I make a decision, I keep wondering if it was the right choice or not. Until I met the suitors, I was prepared to marry whoever was chosen for me. At least that's what I thought. When faced with the reality of it, I couldn't help but try to escape my fate. Spacey, what is happiness to you? Mary and Kasuga. To me? It was clear from the beginning. I was the Tojo family heir. That's why I had to marry the right person, follow in my family's footsteps, and then what? I thought I had it all figured out and had been living my life accordingly. But that's not what happiness is to you. That's what you're being told you have to do. Happiness and responsibility are not like... Sometimes you can be happy with your responsibilities, and sometimes they make you miserable. Like... I was instantly shocked and disappointed with myself for not being able to respond. Samugi smiled at me awkwardly. It's not something you can just answer out of the blue, right? At our age, it's only natural to be uncertain or have trouble with it. Well, natural for everyone else but you. But you planned out your life in elementary school. Great. It was just the right time for me. The reason you're anxious now is because it's the right time for you. If you haven't thought about it before, how about starting now? Now? Yes, it's not just about who you like, but who you'll choose to make you happy, Spacey. Kasuga. It's the fucking easiest answer ever. So it's not just about who's a good fit for me when I become the head of the Tojo family? If that was the only goal, do you think your grandfather would have chosen those guys as your suitors? Doesn't it all make more sense now, Spacey? Yeah, that's all true, but I didn't want to admit it. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll choose the best path for yourself. But if you have any doubts, you can always come to me. Thank you, Samugi. I'm so glad we're friends. Me too. All right, then. You need to seize the romance right in front of you. Love comes from the most unassuming places, like your butler. What's with this dramatic change in tone? In my opinion, you could stand to be a little more maidenlike, Spacey. Oh, come on, Samugi. I automatically sighed when Samugi started rambling about romance like she always did. Coming from the girl who was like fucking girl boss over here. You should tell me to be more boss-like. Looks like she'll never change. However, listening to her today gave me a lot to think about. There are many things I needed to consider and decide on my own. But despite all that, whenever I feel lost, I know I had a friend I could rely on. For now, I let myself bask in that happiness. Aww. I love Samugi. Samugi's plan for the future. Clear! Rabby bought back and a Whis message. Okay, I'm gonna assume the Rabby video isn't the other one we're not supposed to do right now. Whis message. We do that one first. Differences are lovely. Bing bong! It's time for Dr. Samugi's patient aftercare session. Excuse me? Aftercare for what? You look like you had quite a lot on your mind today. I worried you might still be lying awake with a full, heavy mind. Not really. Oh, did I get it wrong? How unfortunate. Meanie. I am me. Others are others. I love you dearly, Spacey, but I can't become you. And the same goes for you. You can't become me. It's unfortunate, because, I think it'd be really fun. I know that. But I feel a little rushed. I know. You're an earnest person, and that probably doesn't help. Sometimes I wish I'd been born clever instead of being born earnest. More like you, Samugi. I know, right? we need to be an MC like Samugi. What? Really? That would be so dull. I'd never want to be my own best friend. Samugi and another Samugi. That's terrifying. Yes, it is. Besides, you have many wonderful points that are unique to you. Do those really exist? What? Oh my goodness! Is this what I think it is? Are you asking me to expound the long, long list of your most wonderful points? I could go on about all that. I could go on about that all night and into tomorrow. I'm sorry, Samugi. Forget I said anything. Come on, you don't have to be shy. No, really, don't. But I think I can go to sleep now. Thanks.
The screenshot really was too much.
Huh?
I think I'm gonna be the one who can't sleep.
Smoogie, what are you saying?
You're too godly.
Smoogie, go to bed. We should both sleep.
Good night, then. Pleasant dreams. I already can't wait for tomorrow.
Good night. And I really am going to sleep. You sleep too, Smoogie. I fucking love Smoogie so much. I really do. I'm assuming... Oh, I think My Love was the one. The next one. Okay, so, yeah, My Love is the one that we should be doing.
Ichia, is this all the desserts?
Yes, I'll just put this heart-shaped plate in the middle to show my love, and it's perfect. Brilliant! I've really outdone myself. Damn, dude, you made so much. Pancakes, parfaits, the fancy tower of mini Swiss roll cakes. Oh, wow! This pudding is so good!
This is an awful lot of effort just for a tea party rehearsal, isn't it?
For real, isn't the actual shindig next week? But you still went all out. I made all of this precisely because it's a rehearsal. It doubles as a tasting session. I intend to be very selective about which desserts I serve on the day. And you've made us your poison testers, huh? You know you're gonna give me a cavity with all the sugar.
He's right. Plus, I prefer foods that are a little lighter.
Everything's so tasty! Oh my god, I just stepped on something sharp. Hold on. Sorry. What the hell? Why can't I find where it is? What is it? How did I get a crumb up here? Anyway. Here, you can have the rest of mine.
Now you can clean my plate too.
Yes! Thank you so much! You both are awesome!
This is the best! Can I please have seconds of this chocolate cake, Ichia? And I'd like some more tea.
And bring me something salty. You ungrateful! I feel bad for Ichia, though. He makes all these fancy desserts, and they're all just, like, fucking ragging on him. Poor fucking thing.
This mocha roll thingy is super good, too! Ooh, I think I'm still hungry. Ichia, it's time for thirds!
And this isn't some all-you-can-eat sweets buffet. You already ate everything.
What?
Bro, you already had enough. You're gonna have one hell of a sugar high.
Nayuta's stomach sure is a bottomless pit. But that wasn't enough! Did I really eat everything? Huh? This plate with love written on it! Is this whole thing a cookie? Oh man, such a heavenly sweet smell!
No, bad Nayuta! Don't you dare.
But why?
That plate symbolizes my love for her. It's not for you, Nayuta.
Come on, please! Just a slice!
One slice turns into the whole fucking cake. It's Nayuta. No! I said no! And this one's sacred.
Aw, don't take the cookie away! Hey, how about just one bite? Just a teensy bit off the end.
A broken heart can't symbolize love.
Just a nibble!
I'm sorry, as I try to read these, like, I could just picture what's happening in my head, and it's just hilarious. Like, freaking Ichia running, trying to protect this cookie cake, and Nayuta chasing him, and get away from me! Taiga, Shion, don't just stand there, stop him! Just let him have it, bro. The real party's not until next week. I'll go bad before then.
You probably shouldn't even make another. She's bound to hate it.
Yeah, what Shion said. Just give it and let Nayuta eat it already. See? Taiga and Shion agree. All work and no cookie makes Nayuta a hungry boy. I can't scream like Ichi right now. Oh my god. I can't do it when his voice gets over dramatic. It's not deep enough, but like, oh god. That was hard. Game kills me. Let's forget the age thing. Well, the age thing just makes me angry, but the rest of this is just my plate of my love. must keep my wits. Yeah!
He fell.
You're trying to outrun Nayuta. He's a labradoodle. He's never gonna get tired. Ow. Where is it? Where's my love plate? Yes! This cookie's days are numbered! Gah! No! The victory tastes so sweet! Cookie time! Oh my god. I can't do it! Oh my god, I'm laughing too hard. I'm sorry. Not my love! I wanted to be able to be more dramatic, but it's too funny. Okay, I think we need to give gold stars and A pluses to all the voice actors in this one, because I don't know. Look, I mean, I'm always very, I am a big whore, and I have a huge heart and love for Japanese voice acting. I do. They're all amazing. But, like, this one, I'm just like, how did you keep a straight face trying to do these lines? Because I can't. I'm dead. Oh, I mean, how? This is one of the funniest fucking things I think I've ever played. Have we had this much? When was the last game we had this much fun in? I don't even remember. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. So I just do not understand oh god, how the hell did you manage that? Not my love. Like, how did you, like, get so dramatic? Oh god, I can't wait to, like, listen to the voice acting. We're gonna have to replay some of these scenes. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know if we can, though. Because we're not going to be able to go back and play the scenes again. Oh, we might be able to watch the Rabby videos. I feel like. Hold on. We've already seen, like... Hold on. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. Cool, we can just replay the Rabby videos again. And now I just probably fucked up the game, and it's going to be like, oh, there's a new Rabby video because you already read something. Well, this is one we've already read. That's why I'm skipping through it. So anyway. Because I can't get back to the main menu, because you can't do anything in the Rabby. Oh, we can just skip right through. Thanks. Perfect. Oh, whoops, no, we want to go back to the board, because we don't want to read her cue points. So I'm going to assume, then, we go right here is, what is love? Lady, don't hurt me. Anyway. Yeah, what is love? I secretly go to meet with Kazu again. His advice is always exactly what I need. And then, I wonder, when do we... I think before we get to this and this, we'll have to definitely do Ichia's board, and then I don't know if we'll get to Ichia's board before this one or what, but anyway, we'll start here. Friday evening, the perfect time for relaxation and entertainment. Or at least it should have been. Spacey, where do you want to go on tomorrow's date? The aquarium or the planetarium? If you're in the mood for something else, I can adjust my plans accordingly.
Ignore Ichia, ma chérie. Why don't you join me at a beauty salon tomorrow? I'll coordinate a new look just for you.
Man, you can go to those boring-ass places any day of the week. Me, I'll take her somewhere real fun. Aw, but I was gonna invite her to play tennis with me tomorrow. Tennis would literally just be me hitting balls and him chasing him around the court, but, like, could be fun. Will you three stop stealing my ideas, please? I was the first one to think of the idea of a weekend date. Yes, the first person in all of history, Ichiya. I'm sure that's what he thinks.
Hey, I didn't steal it. I was thinking about maybe asking for days and days now, honest.
Yo, Ichiya, you think there's some sort of cue for this or something? We aren't in grade school anymore, you know.
Come, let's leave these noisy louds behind. I know a lovely salon I've been meaning to take you to.
No, I don't care about any of your plans. I'm not going anywhere with any of you. Not alone. Have I made myself understood? I was tired of the nonsense and endless tug of war. My foot was down, planted even, until Kasuga walks in. You're like, what did you want to do? Anything you say, Kasuga. We're going grocery shopping? Awesome. There. This time I told them what I think. I smiled to myself as the four of them grew quiet. The looks on their faces right now is awkward. You're like, yeah! And we all just stare at each other like this for a minute, and you're like, oh shit. I actually shut them up and I don't know what to do. I wasn't gonna let the four of them walk all over me forever. No, eventually you're gonna walk all over Nayuta, because that's what he wants anyway. Okay then, we'll all go. What? If you're not alone with one of us, it's fine, right? Excuse me? I have to admit I'm a little disappointed. But if that's what you want, Spacey, who am I to say no? We'll save our exclusive date for the next weekend. See, I feel like Ichi would totally be like, whatever you want, and you're like, okay, so that's fine, we can get married, but I'm gonna be sleeping with Kasuga. He's my husband. You can have your own room, but Kasuga sleeps with me. I'm having... This is happening, and he's gonna be like, whatever you want. I normally wouldn't like my wife having an affair with my butler, but whatever. Like...
And Shion's like, I don't care as long as I still look pretty, whatever, that's fine.
Again, Taiga's the one that would have to fight. You'd have to fight. Everybody else would take it. Which is... Taiga might not care. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. Secretly gives a shit, but doesn't want to admit he does. I'm just saying, this... You know what? This might not be bad.
If we're all going to go, how about we invite Tsumugi as well? I'll take her to a salon she'd like.
Ooh! That's a great idea! With 6 people, we can have a doubles tournament! All of them were formulating their own plans, and yet somehow all of them were in agreement. So we're going to a salon to play tennis, to go to the aquarium, while also doing something fun. For a moment, I couldn't help but regard their driven efforts in silence, but I snapped back to myself. Tsumugi has plans for tomorrow. She cannot go. I can't go tomorrow either. No, come on, just because Tsumugi can't come. Taiga was just starting to complain when... My phone vibrated. A voice message from Kazu. Reflexively, I raised my finger to open the app, but then I stopped myself. All 4 of them were lounging nearby. It was a constant struggle to protect my tiny bubble of personal space, given the men's lack of tact. They'd almost certainly try to peek at my phone. I stood up from the sofa and stared down at them, making a forceful declaration. I don't care if it's 2 of us, 3 of us, 4 or more. I am not going anywhere with any of you tomorrow. And with that, I dropped the conversation and left the living room. And this is the perfect place to end it. We're about at time. And it's like... We probably should have waited. I thought fuck it, we'll just do this next little bit. I hope that didn't sound too desperate or awkward. I felt a mild twinge of unease, but quickly brushed it off as I pulled out my phone. Sorry this is so sudden. If you have the time, would you care to join me at the same cafe at 2 tomorrow? I wanted to talk to him. I needed to tell him about my latest bout of frustration. My fingers moved quickly, zipping across the screen. I'd be glad to. Message sent. I instantly felt a weight lift off me. Sighing, I clutched my phone to my chest. It's really kind of funny that, like, she's got these 4 suitors. I'm over here like, girl, would you date your butler? And then she's kind of having this weird side affair with freaking Ichi's cousin or brother or something. I don't know. Look, it has not been confirmed, but I'm just saying.
Miss Spacey.
Yeah, he's sad because you're not in love with him like you should be. I froze. Kasuga came up to me, a suspicious look fixed on his face.
Is something the matter?
No. This is the first time we've seen our baby the whole fucking time. I'm sad. I'm actually glad we played this, because, like, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't forget about Kasuga, but I forgot about Kasuga. Well, I've been here, like, extolling his virtues, but I forgot that we haven't seen him. Because he lives rent-free in my mind, so technically I see him all the time. I was too scared to look him in the eye. What if he found out? He'd be disappointed and sad, kind of like he looks right now, because you should love him. What if he learned her secret? Just the thought made me shudder. I can't let him find out. I was just remembering something and it made me giggle, that's all. It's nothing. See ya! Yeah, he's like, ugh. When he makes that sus face, it's sexy as shit. I love him so much. I didn't even look at Kasuga. I simply walked up the stairs to my room as quickly as I could. I need some sort of plan. And this is where we'll stop. Okay. So we got to see Kasuga. Yay! Just a split second. I miss him so much. Why is he not around more? Anyway. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.